Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent. Puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes, left side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Alert, alert. Green down. Green 39. Green 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Watch number 86.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Look at the dance and the juke. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Out of the gun now on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Past the 20. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Ooh, with a juke. Down the numbers. There he goes. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Oh, he shifts past him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And these numbers showing up on the screen, that's why he's their star. They kept him down for a little bit, couldn't keep him down for a full 4 quarters.
But what they were hoping for was a half of a game. And if they could have shut it down at the half, they had done their job. But as you mentioned, a full 4 quarters, and the best, they always feel like they're one run away from changing the momentum or breaking something big, and we're starting to see that here in the second half.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He'll look to throw, and he rifles one incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball, but instead it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Another pistol look here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run the option left. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A chance for us now to look at this Bills defense again. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have.
And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. And they'll run it here. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They come out here in the eye, and they'll go on the ground. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Their big tight end. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did. And that does it for the conference championship.
For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.